Hey everybody, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program, where we're going to be doing a bit of casual Kerbalcide, where I've basically gone and put a whole pile of, sorry for the screen flicker here, I've got some technical difficulties streaming today for some reason, but we're good. Everything's fine. If the game crashes because I've added too many mods, such is life. So here we are, Kerbal Space Program. We're going to start a new game, and we're going to go with, we're going to go science. I don't want to have to worry about running out of money, and we're going to go Kerbalcide. Yay. And we have a flag for this. I have a couple episodes on this where I've been goofing around, but I'm just taking a bit of a casual time today. As I sort of switch up from a lot of shooting games to more rockety games because, well, some people are asking for it, but also because, oh, there's so many things I have here. There it is. That's the flag. Kerbalcide. And I just wanted to set us up and see this and do it live. I want to do some cinematic films later, but kind of give you guys a overview of all the crazy stuff I have here. Welcome. I think it's Vigo. You've been hanging around as sort of the pre-warm-up as I've been trying to get this thing to go. I forgot how long it takes to load this game. I was running a little bit late today. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to quickly go through here and set up stuff. I'm going to leave the science rewards at about, I'm going to say 20. Can I do 25? No, we'll say 20. Let's be kind. 30%. We're going to have it where the missing crew respawns. It takes them 2 hours to respawn. We're going to take that to, can we do 6? It's a whole day. Auto hire crewmates before flight. Yeah, if we need to. Indestructible facilities. Yeah. Okay. Persistent Kerbal loadout. Yes, we'll do that one. And then we're going to get into some of the mods. So this one here basically allows me to blow up parts on the rocket. It's a very useful mod because sometimes you get stuck where you have something hanging off the rocket or something weird's happening and you kind of just want to get rid of it. This is for testing stuff out for modding and stuff like that. So don't worry about this one. More Kerbals allows me to make more Kerbals, which is great because if I get... I'm not probably get as far as colonies today, but yeah, I can make more Kerbals and then advance. Now I'm going to do is, because we're in science mode, I want to enable the Kerbal experience. I want it where Kerbals start with 0, but I want them to level up immediately. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to have it where I don't have to bring them all the way back to Kerbin to get them to level up, especially if they're on a colony, because then they'll be like level 1 forever. I'm going to give them a G-force limit. I do have a mod for this, but yeah, it's a visual thing, and I want plasma and control. Let's make that simple. Most of this other stuff we can kind of leave there. I do want to allow jump gates, etc., and I want the enabled. Made a mistake of not using that one the other day and slammed a spaceship in when I was testing it. All this is pretty good. These are again some of the mods. Crew lights. Their stuff here. This is the sleeping them away. I don't know if we'll get this far today, but let's regulate the temperatures. It will require electricity to run the freezers. I'm not going to have it where they're fatal, but they'll be comatose for like 5 minutes. So there you go. All good. Docking ports. It's not going to scale, but we do want it to go if it's out of range. And then that's fine. Relight. A lot of these are basically settings that you don't necessarily have to change. Kerbal eBay repairs. We do want to increase repairs. I'm going to knock this up to 75. Tech does improve it, and I'm going to turn this up. So all this stuff can fail. There's some stuff that fails over time as well, based on their mods. This should be good. Yeah, antimatter cost science. Filter extensions are good. This one here, I set it to 2 seconds just so that it can, get there and it's fine. And then we have GFX. Now there's 2 pages to this. I still don't 100% understand all of this, but the only change I make is for female Kerbals, they're going to be at 1.5. So that means that they're less resistant. They're more resistant, to the G-force effects. And I should mention at this point, there might be flashing, there might be explosions, giant red screen, crazy sounds. Sometimes the sound buffer goes blah, 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 between scenes. So yeah, once we get going and get some audio, you may have to turn it down. But yeah, if you have problems with that stuff, now would be the time to look away. Let's see here. These are all good. So we want to hide the unresearchable nodes. And I want to have it where, yes, you have to get all the science to get it. That's good. Kerbal construct. So we don't want the bases. I don't want the stock Kerbal. I want to be able to launch from any site, and that should be good. And there's a reason for that. I have another mod for this that I've been using, and I think that should work. I can always go back and fix it if I have to. And then I don't want to consume machinery because that's complicated. And these are just some stuff so that makes it a little easier to move stuff around. Because while, yes, it's fun to do a lot of realism in Kerbal Space Program, this mod here basically costs time to launch things. So, killing time warp, there we go. We'll leave it on the stock time clock for now. And science points. Yeah, for the simulation, yeah, I don't worry about that one. All right, and then we're gonna go here and I think we're almost through this. Thank you for sticking around and watching this absolutely crazy thing. But I wanted to show you what sort of settings I have on here to give you an idea of all the mods that are installed. Again, a lot of these are pretty straightforward. I don't think I have to do anything with this one. Nope. Snacks. So Kerbals can't starve to death. They just ruin your science. Terrible. And then I don't want to worry about that. Okay, so basically, if I don't feed my Kerbals, they ruin my science rather than dying and all this stuff. Because when you have multiple missions going or something like that, or you have it pretty much equals kills the Kerbal. Versus, yeah, if they damage my science, I'm not gonna be happy. But you know, there's that. And then also going down here, Space Agent basically tracks all the neat things that happen in the game. And what I do here is I say, when a neat thing happens, I want a science point for it. It doesn't add up to a lot, but it adds up to a bit of extra. So if something wrong happens or something like this, it's better, if I can say that. All right. And then that's just to give me some more information. That's good on this. Store my reports allows me to store reports so they're not like you get one report. Yeah, if this is not the most boring content you've seen, I don't know what it is. System heat is for some of the advanced mods, basically things that create heat. Tac fuel balancer. I have never used this before. I literally installed it earlier today because I was reading that this can help solve some of the problems I've been having with fuel changing over. And it's not been massive fuel changing over problems, but just, you know, it's there. So I have no idea if these are the right settings, but we will find out. This allows me to do some cool space science. This is to be able to see through Kerbals. This is to be able to hire new Kerbals, which, yeah. We're going to disable that because, oops. Yeah, I don't think I need any of these, or do I? No, because we're not paying anything for the Kerbals. It just allows me to rename them. Texture Unlimited, Warp Drive, Wild Blue Core, and I think that's it. Yeah. Woo, there you go. And now we can actually play the game. So that's sort of our casual start, the mods that we have. And there's a few more mods and part mods in here and all that stuff. So yeah, that only took me 9 minutes to go through. So to give you an idea, to the game probably took about 10 minutes to load, 9 minutes. So we're like 20 minutes in and I haven't technically started playing yet. So yeah, it's one of those games where, you know, it does take quite a bit of effort to get going. And then obviously you have to load. And now it's loading all this stuff. Now, let's really get some sound here. Good. If that's too loud, let me know. I'll adjust the sound thing. So the first mod that we have is called Early Bird. And what this does is it offsets when you like warp to sunrise up here. This offsets it to be a little bit earlier, or you could do it a little bit later, which is nice because I don't like it when it's like super bright and I'm like, I already lost like, you know, half an hour on a 6-hour day just to get the sun up. I'm launching into the sun anyway, so I'd rather the sun's closer to the horizon than, all the way up there right now. This is welcome me to the Space Center, and I think that's there. Now, I don't think I need to do anything here. We're good. This is closed. This is closed. The tracking station's open, space hangar, all the stuff's open. If we go to research and development, we can see the sorry for the doggies. We can see here that the launch bases and stuff are here. So this is like launch plates from the Alphadyne construction group, and this is really quite good. And then we also have engineering, and we have basic rocketry that we're going to get to. But when we're starting, we have, is it going to do this? Oh, come on. Nothing. But we actually have, because we have mods, more parts than you normally would. I say almost nothing, and then I scroll through like 20 billion parts of stuff. So we're going to, we need to get some science to be able to upgrade. So we're going to start with that. Pretty straightforward concept. Launch a rocket, get some science, recover the rocket, and continue on. And then we can, about the third mission, really get into doing some fun stuff. But yeah, we just have to load stuff in, and the game is going to struggle because, again, we're just starting up, so everything takes a little bit longer than it normally would, because it's having to now load all the parts, and 300 mods later, there you go. And while it's doing that, I am going to go and there we go. Make a little change. Okay, so welcome to the assembly building, and here we go. So normally you start with like I guess it's this. Actually, we have some pretty good stuff here. Probably go to orbit with this, to be honest. So this is the standard sort of onion thing. I have restock on, which may or may not be the wisest thing to do, but it comes in 2 variants. But I also have Tantares, which is the Soviet Union version of Kerbal Space Program, and they also have one, and it's smaller. And the nice thing about it is that since it's smaller, it has a spot here you can put stuff on top as well. But if you're like, I want an even smaller one, this is I'm gonna Lucilioli. So this is the smallest capsule I think I have in the game, and yeah, it's crazy small. It fits 1 Kerbin. They basically have to stand up in it, and yeah. So those are the 3 I have to start off with, and since I want to get science quickly, I'm going to go with the smaller of the 3, simply because this mod actually gives me a lot of stuff at the start. The other option is you can go with launching a sounding rocket, but this is Kerbalcide. Kerbalcide is not really Kerbalcide if you don't have Kerbals in it. So we're going to slap a Kerbal in there. Probably do a couple things out of order, but that's okay. There we go. Probably need a heat shield. Don't forget the heat shield. Oh, no, do I have a small enough? I do have a small enough heat shield. Good. So they will have a heat shield like that. There's a mod I have called Shrouded Decoupler or Decoupler Shroud. It basically allows you to add it to any part you want. So I can do this. There we go. And it adds a shroud so you can adjust shrouds when it's there. It's a very useful part. I recommend it to everybody. And then we need this is our parachute. It's also our nose cone. Comes in 2 colors. Actually, I should mention that this whole rocket comes in basically 2 colors. So if we want to do it, we could literally 2-tone this rocket. There you go. So we could launch a white one. Let's do that. And then we need to add some engines on the bottom. Now this is going to get a little tricky, but again, with some experience, we have the Honeybee, which will hold 7 engines, which is good because we have these engines. We're going to switch to the Bear one. Tiny little engines. And I'm doing this probably the wrong way, but that's fine. you can actually do it the other way, which is faster, but you know, such is life. All right. Sorry, I sneezed. Turned off the mic for that one. And there's a couple different options on how you can make that look. So we're going to go with that one because I think it looks cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't have different colors in it, so it doesn't match the white of the rest, but that's okay. And then we want to put some wings on it. What I got? I just got some pretty standard wings, or do I have anything? Yeah, let's go with these guys. I'm confident I know that these will work. And we make them black. There you go. Actually, you know what? I'm doing this. I want to make it 4. And there we go. So we got our first rocket. We don't have a lot of science on us right now. We don't have a lot of communication because we're expecting to get the science back. So we have the Aero B science module, which is kind of small. We do have a goo container. I think that's our only really big core science. And then we have these things here. These come from the other pack I mentioned earlier, which is the I'm gonna remember it, sounding rocket pack. They are probably super cheaty things, but we're gonna put them on anyway. I don't know if they'll survive re-entry, but that's okay. And there we go. We're gonna check here in our Kerbal engineering, and we have a lot of power. There's a little tiny engine on there, and it's good. We're not gonna go full orbital, which is fine. We'll go suborbital. I'm assuming we're going to get out of the atmosphere with that. And we got to name the rocket, and I'm just going to call it that. I'm putting the square brackets around it because it'll actually automatically number it. But yeah, it's Untitled Spacecraft. That's what I'm going with, and I'm sticking to it. As it's crazy. Double check our staging. Always check our staging to make sure our staging is good. What's this one? That's the heat shield. So we definitely want to make that last. Or do we actually, you know what? I want to kind of disable the heat shield. Can I disable the heat shield on this one? No, the heat shield's always going to pop on this one. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. And I got my parachute, and I got my emergency retro jets in case I come down too fast, which only burns about, 45 near the ground. So yeah, there's that. Now, I want to use this mod here, but there's a little bit of a trick I need to do, which is I'm going to go and grab... Is this all I have? No, I should have more than that. Let's see. Launch clamps. Yep, there they are. They're over here. All right, so we're going to launch with... don't really matter which one it is, but I want the bottom one. There we go. And yeah, so this is what we got. And then we're going to go like this, and we'll pull it up so it looks at least half decent. There we go. And I'm going to take the stand color. We're going to match it. The core size, we can make it... Oh, we don't make it that small because it clips. So let's leave it 2.5. Yeah, the bolts aren't really retaining anything. There we go. Gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. Fancy stuff. I'm gonna make that. And yeah, there you go. This is gonna be more useful later when I have bigger rockets, but for this first rocket, it kind of does it. Unless I want like a little, you know what? I'm doing this the wrong way. I got this big stand. I can get away with a little tiny stand. Why don't I do that? There you go. Now that looks better. Now that looks like we know what we're doing. All right, so we got a little tiny stand to launch our first rocket. And what we're going to do now is we're going to hit planning pre-append. And this is where it's going to estimate how much time it takes to build this rocket. And the reason we're doing this is it gives us a bit of a cost to making rockets. The cost is time rather than money, which I like because we don't have to pay anything to do this. And it also slows it down. So if you're like, oh, I need to do a rescue, I need to do something else, particularly with the mods that are installed, it gives you sort of thing of, yeah, you have to plan it. And it's going to take 3.3 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our launch pad and we're going to launch this rocket. And because we have the stand's going to keep the rocket fueled and powered, etc. for 3.3 days. The only thing it doesn't do, and I need to write a little modlet for it, is it needs... I really would like it if it would provide the life support feature, because we're going to eat 3.3 days worth of life support. But the flip side to that is because, you know, we're only going to go for a short trip. We have plenty of life support to launch. It's only going to eat, I think, 9 total, or 9.5. So, or 10, sorry. So we have 50 on board. I'm guessing that when we do the time warp, which we go here, yeah, it's got it. If we time warp to that clock, oops, I'm turning stuff off and on. It should do our time warp, and our Kerbal should eat about 10 pieces of food. As we time warp through here, and we see the weather changing, because we have this very nice weather mod. All right, apparently 9. Is it going to get to 10? Nope, apparently 9. Or is it going to get just the last second? As we clock down here, and apparently we're going to be launching at night and in the rain. Let's go for it, I think. Where is the sun right now compared to where we are? Ooh, no, we want to wait till we want to go to dawn. Simply because I'm not launching this in the dark. Nobody's going to watch this stream if I'm like, and here's a black rocket and a black thing. So, yeah. There we go. And we got it going. Okay. So we're ready to launch our rocket here. It's got 1 Kerbal aboard. Who we got? We got Jeb. Of course, it took Jeb. And we're going to do some science. And we're going to do a pilot science. But the first science we're going to do is this stuff on the side. Actually, I should probably... yep. Do that. Record all this stuff. We want to record... crew report. There we go. And you can see that it's storing all the data in the crew capsule, so that's good. This can only be used once, so we want to try to use that in space. But we're also just going to now tab these things so that I can go through them. Oh, there we go. Haha. So that when we launch, we have them. There we go. All right, so we're ready to launch. I'm going to use gravity turn. I can do this myself, but I want to make this look pretty. So we're gonna hit launch, and it's going to have problems. Great. Yeah, super cinematic. Let's go. And I think we already lost 1 engine. Do we have all 6 engines? No, one of the engines is out. So here we are launching. It's absolutely beautiful. We're launching into the sunrise. As we head up towards the cloud layer, this is absolutely crazy amazing. And yeah, this is visually so nice. We did lose 1 engine on the launch, so we're only running with 6 engines rather than the full 7. So hopefully we will do okay. But yeah, we do have a failure mod in here and a life support mod, so there are some occasional hiccups that may happen in our journey, but I have it set so that they are rare. One of the downsides is if you make them common, they happen a lot. So here we are as we are going through the sound barrier, and we're just going to go back here and we're going to do some testing to get some more science, which I honestly should spend the time and actually set up a action thing to do it, but there we go. All right, there we go. And do we have a crew report? Oh, we're already launched, so he's already taken. Okay, he's auto taking it. Great. Woo. But we're gonna run out of fuel, and that's it. That's all the fuel we had. So yeah, so we lost 1 engine. The other 6 ran, so that's good. We ran out of fuel. We are only gonna get to about 29 kilometers up, which is not the end of the world. We are gonna abort our gravity turn, and we're going to eject the lower stage, and we'll say goodbye to the lower stage as we prepare to basically swirl around a bit. I think I can, yeah, we're in an EVA, and he's going to automatically grab some stuff, and then he's going to reboard the, oh no, board, get back on. I don't want to lose all our science for that little risky maneuver. All right, so we're going to be coming back down. I just have stabilization. All right, so we're going to time warp it here because we're just hanging out while he's doing this. The parachute probably needs to be set. If I can get it, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to go any earlier than this. Deploy the chute, okay. And we just have to wait for him to hit the water and hopefully not sink. Oh, I forgot about the sinking water. Yeah, we might lose Jeb in this. We'll see. The parachute's going to deploy, which is good. But I think that capsule might be too heavy. Ooh, all right. Yeah, we got far enough that we can't see the KSC from here. You can just barely see the mountain range behind it. So I guess the KSC is like right there. All right. So we're just gonna have to wait for it to slowly fall down to the ocean. How long? Oh, it's got 800 meters. Okay. That's gonna take a couple seconds to drop. So while we're doing that, we can EVA again, and he's gonna grab some more experiments, and then board. There we go. And that way we got upper atmosphere, lower atmosphere. We're going to get water once he hits it. It does 4 times. I can close. Yes. Don't show that again. I don't want that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're just slowly falling down to the ocean. So at this point, if you guys want on the chat, should I try to go for orbit, or should I see if I can go flying and collect some science? I think I can make a ship that can fly once we collect all the science. And welcome, Crazy Clay. He says more science. So we're definitely going for more science. We are in a science mode with a ton of mods installed, so we're just having to kind of wait for the ship to hit the water. Unfortunately, one of the downsides to this game, not really unfortunate. Oh, dang it! I should probably observe some mystery goo. Okay, there we go. I probably should have done that in space, but oh well, that did not happen. As we continue to go, we're only got about another 100 meters. Hopefully won't sink because I do have hydrodynamics on, but I tweaked it a little bit so that only like heavy things sink, because it's base setting, everything sinks unless you particularly want to float it. So yeah, so let's see, will we sink? And no, we aren't going to sink. Yes. So we'll just wait for it to stop bouncing a bit so we can hit recovery. It's going to make some popping sounds because it hates me. And we are going to go and do some, buy some science upgrades. And hopefully, and I do say this, I think we're going to go for orbit on the next launch. The engine seemed to survive pretty well, so it's just a matter of set up a secondary stage and launch our craft higher into orbit, which should be relatively easy. I like to think I do know what I'm doing in this game, although sometimes I am proven horribly wrong. If you've watched earlier ones, oh my goodness. Okay. That was a lot of science for the first launch. 120. I did say those little science parts from that sounding rocket mod were a little bit cheaty. I didn't realize they were that cheaty. So we're gonna buy like half the science tree at this point. I do have some very like high-end science stuff over here, so 120 sounds like a lot till you get over there, but that'll let us get some basic rocketry. We get some stability, we can get survivability. It's got stuff like the pressure and stuff, and then we start to have to, now we got to kind of make a decision what we want. I don't necessarily want general construction right now, because I'm not planning on building a base on this launch. This is just an orbit and down. I'll get plane parts after. Flight control gives me some neat options. A lot of Tentera stuff in here. And what else we have? Relay stuff. Ooh, we could launch a relay system. And then we got, yeah, here's our survivability. This, for a lot of stuff, stuff sinks. You need this to stop it. So, yeah, so we're not going to need that for what we're doing. We're going to go this, because I want some more science. But we can also build ourselves, I think, a little tiny relay station. So we're going to launch a relay up to the Kerbal orbit, but we're going to have a Kerbal in there because it is Kerbalcide, so there's got to be a Kerbal in each mission. Oh yeah, That was the other thing I was going to say. Yeah. So I want to have it where some of the rules I'm playing with is one, you always have to have Kerbal in the mission. Two, you have to use that time thing so that you can't just keep launching missions like back to back in 2 seconds because we are in science mode and everything is free currently. Although I may be working on a mod to try to change that. Three, other than this first launch, I kind of want to try to recover as much of the rocket as possible. Just again to give it a bit more challenge, reusability. But yeah, we're going to do this. So we're going to upgrade this rocket to get to orbit, which we should be able to do because the rocket has a lot of TWR. So we're just going to grab some pieces here and add in a second stage. And I'm going to try to pick something that looks... where is the... Oh, here it is. This is the upper stage, so we're going to grab that. And then we're going to grab an engine, and we're just going to use the engine from the same pack. That way there's some, you know, stability in these things. So it's like, yeah, I'm using this pack. It's got this engine, and we're just going to go down there, and we're going to change that there. Oh, it makes it black. No, we're going to go put back to white. Okay. So this now has how much fuel? And it's not properly modded. Okay, so we're going to put that there. We're going to go, this is the right stage, right? Okay, and that's the correct engine. Yep, there we go. And then we break apart, and we have this third little stage that should give us enough delta V to get back into orbit. This is not going to get to orbit. All right. We'll have to add more fuel. I think it might be too much. Let's see this. How about that? Does that get us to orbit? It gets us almost to orbit. I say this as I'm assuming orbit's about 3,400. And we'll take this and we'll toggle the flag off because we don't need the flag a bazillion times. There we go. And do I want to add little fins on this? I'm going to do it. I don't think I need it. But just in case, let's toss 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll put 3 on the top. That should be fine. Okay. And that gets us to 3,200. We can slap some boosters on here. What do you guys think? More boosters? Literally, I remember watching a... oh, this is the radio from this particular one. Talk with some rocket scientists, and they're like, yeah, how do you solve it when you don't have enough power? They're like, we just put more boosters on it. Does this? Yes, it does. It has, these are the boosters for this pack. All right. Whoops. I gotta make sure I get it on this little tiny thing, and they do go white. Perfect. And now I got to build in some reusability because I said I wanted to try to keep most of the rocket because that's the name of the game. At some point we will have it where I'm working on a mod where literally you get science points for recovering stuff. So that will be fun. Because right now everything's for free, so you know you're kind of in that, you know, well, if it's for free then you can just do whatever and not worry about recovering stuff. So I'll do that. And what do I have for recovering? Because it's only got the one oh no, there it is. That's the other parachute. Toggle that one. All right, so we're gonna launch. 4 goes. Those go there. That's gonna go here. All the engines are gonna activate. This parachute's gonna go with this staging here, probably make a mess. And then that's gonna go in there. Okay, cool. So that's good. And this stage here, this secondary stage is probably not gonna be recovered, or can we recover it? We can add another one of these in, but I'm gonna have to be careful because it's gonna make it interesting. I don't know if that's the second stage is gonna get recovered, guys. That will. Where's the thing? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that should be mostly reusable rocket now. And if we look at our stage recovery, we are missing, oh, yes, okay. We don't need these pieces because these are inline decouplers, but they do need to have their decoupler strap turned on. Yep. That's the plan. All right, so where's the other one? Right here. Okay. There we go. Awesome. So we have our second rocket here, significantly bigger. It's got 34. I'm hoping that's going to get to orbit. I don't know if I have anything else I can do to get it more to orbit. Why is it saying, oh, I need all these engines to kick in. All right. You know what? Faster to go this way. There we go. Move that down. There we go. Now we have it. TWR. Hey, it's Vamos, right? Welcome to the stream. We're about to launch this rocket. I'm just double checking everything is right because I don't want any oopses if I can avoid it. I do have it where the Kerbals respawn. I probably shouldn't have it where they respawn. Let me know what you guys prefer, if you don't mind losing some Kerbals, because yeah, if they come back in 2 hours, it's fine. If they don't come back, some people apparently, when I did that, got really angry at me. I did receive an email. All right, so we're going to pre-plan. This is going to take 6.3 days to go. And I just realized that I need to add some food on here, because if I don't, he's going to eat through all that food before he even launches. What do we have? We have bioreactors, radial tank, small holding tank. So we're just going to slap a, whoops. Where is it going to go? It's going to go there, there, there. You know what? Why is it not working? Stick to the, oh, okay. Not quite what I want to do, but alrighty. I don't know why it's upside down, but it is. Okay, so we're going to put this little ore tank here. And thanks to a thing, we're going to switch it from ore to snacks. So now there's plenty of snacks for them to eat before they launch, so that when they launch, they launch with a full rocket of snacks and not no snacks, because this rocket only has enough food for, I think we determined, like a week. So we're going to the launch pad and probably save. Probably should have renamed it. Oh well, whatever. Launch pad, let's go. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. At the end of the day, this is gonna be one of these things where we get the space or we don't. We kind of cut it pretty close, but I'm hoping that this is going to go to space. We do have the mod gravity assist to get us to space. I can launch without it, but yeah, it's just it looks nicer when I can like focus on some nice images and stuff rather than being like, look, I can launch to space. I'll launch a bigger rocket to space. Oh, have a good night, Vigo. Thanks for watching. Yeah, don't worry. Rockets go up in space. That's all you need to understand. All right, so we're going to warp our day, so it's going to get a little flashy here as we warp speed the days away, so that we can say that we took a payment for building this rocket, which magically is currently being built, even though you can see it right now. Are we going to actually end up launching during the day, though? Yes, it looks like we're going to launch during the day. Good. Most excellent. All right. And we're going to grab our gravity turn. We're going to make our first guess. And I'm going to hit this, and hopefully this is going to actually work this time and not horribly kill everything. Woohoo! And we just lost a booster. We lost 2 boosters. Oh, jeez. I don't know if things are getting iffy. Oh, yeah. So we lost 2 boosters. I don't know why this rocket isn't tipping over. Literally, the engines are probably banking all the way, aren't they? Yeah, the engines are having to bank to borderline keep these other boosters in tow. Oh, jeez. As we leave the KSC. Quickly behind, and we're going to hit the cloud layer in about 3, 2, 1. This is BlackRock volumetric clouds. They are really nice, but they take quite a penalty on the game. So he's apparently coming out with a newer version at some point in the future that's got some extra stuff in it. Oh, there we go. And those parachutes have been engaged. Yes. So we will recover those boosters. Yeah, if this one thing slows my game down, it's the clouds. The second thing that slows my game down a little bit is FAR, which is the aerodynamics mod. But otherwise, you know, we go. Yeah, so for Crazy Clay, the trick is spacedoc.info. So that's spacedoc.info. It's a website that has all the mods on it. Otherwise, you can use CCAN. That works really well. Yeah, I know the forums being down sucks. So that's kind of why I was doing this video, so I could show people some of the mods and what they do. These are like all the latest and greatest stuff, because I think a lot of people without the forums are kind of lost. So we are having a pretty good launch. So far, no major failures other than apparently 2 boosters, which probably means that we're not going to get to orbit because they were our things. Did the parachute engage on that? No, it'll have to engage later. Okay, hopefully that parachute will engage. Bye-bye. But we're now definitely up here in orbit. We're gonna definitely get to yeah, it's making the change. So, oh, it's bouncing. Okay, there we go. As we head up. So right now this will go. Hang on. We're gonna F2 here. Yo, we haven't made it to space yet. Oh, okay. What is our vessel TWR? Oh, it's only 0.92. Yeah, we may not be going to space. We should still be going to space. We are still speeding up. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so the reliability, so I have EVA on there. So the reliability mod basically has a mean time between failures. So this will count down. I think it's set for most things about 600 hours. So if this engine was to run for 600 hours, it would eventually fail and you'd have to repair it. But it also has a reliability. So every time you not necessarily turn it off or on with the slider, but if you shut down the engine and turn the engine back on, it does a reliability check, which is basically it rolls to see did it actually fail on turning off. So here 84% of the time it'll run, so I'm pretty confident it'll go. You can change that in the settings, but if I find anything lower than 75, you tend to almost always have the first engine fail, and nobody wants to watch that. At least I don't think people want to watch that. So yeah, we're here up in orbit. We are right now basically getting the rest of the turn done. And how are we doing here? Yeah, we can show this map. You can sort of see here when we launched, we were going to go much higher, but then this is where we lost our first 2 boosters. So we took a much more gradual launch, but it's trying to get us there to space. It looks like we will be getting to space today, maybe. We're at 66. Oh yeah, we can use the emergency engine. No problem there. Okay, so we'll get to space by nook or by crook. It will disengage this other parachute here in a couple seconds. There it goes. And now it's using the last bit of our emergency fuel to push us into space. And I'm going to hit abort on that because that's all we can do with that. And we're going to wait till we get to space. There we go. And we are going to grab some mystery goo. Now, none of these things I think work in space, right? Yeah, those can't work in space. So, yeah, he hasn't... Uh-oh. Oh, no, I can still turn it. So something broke on it. Oh, probably the engine. Okay. Making an educated guess. All right. And we're going to head back. Oh, wait. Before we do this, because I do need this parachute to go, I'm going to open it at 400. Or you know what? At 300. I'm pretty sure that's... Assuming we don't hit a mountain, we should be okay. Because otherwise, everyone sits here and waits way too long for this thing to come down. Yeah, we're gaining some failures. So right now, certain things are failing. I hope it's not the parachute. Yeah, it's the parachute. All right, we're coming down. We're picking up some science as well. I got auto science mode here. Now here's where we might red out because there is a G-force thing, but we should be okay. In later rockets, yeah, so you can see it starting to go up here in the bottom. The screen will go red or black if I red out or black out the Kerbals in a great fashion. So overall, we've done pretty well for our first 2 launches, other than the fact that we failed to achieve what we wanted to do. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, we will get to space, and we will get to Mun, and we will get to Minmus, which there's a surprise on Minmus, by the way. There's a nice surprise on Minmus. There's a couple mods and stuff. Actually, there's a nice surprise on the Mun as well. But Minmus is I tweaked. I got a mod to tweak it. Shh. No spoilers, but spoilers. As we come down here, and yeah, it's much shorter time now till we hit the water, so that's good. And we can actually EVA on the water. I didn't do that the last time. So we just gotta wait till we stop popping a bit because I don't want to have them fall off. We're gonna hit EVA, we're gonna hit board, there we go. And if you're wondering, oops, what it looks like in the capsule, this is what it looks like in the capsule. I should have probably shown this earlier, but it's a very basic capsule with a big door and all the controls you needed, but as he hops in and out of the water. All right, well, we're gonna see if we can recover this vessel. There we go. And the vessel is now recovered, and we will be beefing it up to get to orbit and buy some more science. How much science is it gonna get? Probably like 200. No, actually it shouldn't get us a lot of science, because we covered most of the science we collected the first run. So this may only be like 30 science, which is enough to upload things. I know we could do it. Welcome to Big Dad. I was gonna say Dada. Big Data IBM. Thermodynamics is not that bad. I've done thermodynamics. It's a bit of a pain, but it's totally doable. So we collected half the science we did from the last run, but we did level up our Kerbals. So that means that we can buy something for 100. What can we buy for 100? Ooh, a bunch of stuff that we don't need right now. Yeah, we're gonna do that for the next one. What do I really want? I don't really want anything. You know what? I'm gonna save it for the next run, because I think I can just beef this rocket up, not have the boosters fail, and we'll be able to easily get to orbit. And then you guys gotta decide: do you want Tinteris to do the moon? So do we want to try Soviet moon launch, or do we want to do sort of an Apollo moon launch? And by Apollo, I mean with Apollo pieces. We're not doing a whole Apollo thing. That'll take me way too long to build. But I can use the Soviet parts, or I can use sort of the American restock parts. And I also remember at this point that I can also color the spacecraft. No, I can't, because I'm not using that mod. Right. We're using this mod first to get to the space. It's already colored. But yeah. So while we're doing this, you guys can decide which one you want me to do for the moon, as I'm just going to beef this up a little bit more to make sure that we do get to orbit and collect the science that I want desperately in orbit by being absolutely silly and just doing this. There you go. There you go. Is that going to do it? Kind of. Okay. And blue. I need more engines. All right. So we're just going to make a small little change here to the bottom of the rocket. I think the mod has a bigger engine pack in there. So let's pull this piece off for a second. What did I unlock that has a bigger engine? That's from the Lucio one. I don't know if it has a... My brain says it has a bigger engine. I may have not actually unlocked it. Is that one? Yeah, this is the bigger one, but this is for space. No. All right, so we can go with the torch. Oops. There we go. The torch is a very effective and useful engine. What's our failure chance? 84%. So 84% chance that it's going to succeed. But it gives us not enough. What? Oh, it's, there we go. Right? Right. Yeah, that gives us enough of a boost. Just double checking here. Okay. And it gives us a 34, so we should be good to go. I'm going to strip the... Do I want to do this? How badly do I want to do it? I want to do it this way. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ups. Can I get the little thing in there? Ah, not attached. Get on there. All right. How many boosters can I stick on here without touching? That many boosters. Okay. More boosters. Yes, that's the solution for everything. And we're going to launch this guy up. And we got our food, etc. We're going to pay our little time thing. It's going to be 7.8 days now. As we hit save and we go to Launchpad. So it's taking us, I guess, a Earth week to get this rocket to launch, but that's not a huge problem. And then we're going to get up into space. The time thing matters more once we actually have Kerbals in space because they have a limited amount of food. So if I have to launch a rocket, it's going to be a bit crazy. So we're going to launch a rocket. We're going to get to space. And then this. So we got 1 vote for Apollo, and we have 0 votes for the Soviets. So I guess we're going to try to do an Apollo-style mission. Oh, Big Data does not know how bad I'm at this game. Like, oh, there's a reason I'm using the various mods and stuff, but I'm not using MechJeb. I'm not going to do it. I'm using this just because it makes it nice and I can talk rather than trying to fly this thing like a nutcase. Because I've done enough of these things, I can do these things relatively easily. So yeah, so we're launching here. We got a lot more boosters. None of them have failed. So looks like we are a go for orbital insertion, assuming nothing fails. The torch has an 85% chance of success, so I'm confident that it won't fail, but it's the definitely untested rocket. The top rocket we've already tested, so it'll be sitting at something like 90-95% by now, and eventually it tops out at like 99%. So 1 out of 100, anything could fail in Kerbal Space Program, but you know, that's fine with that mod. I'm happy to take the 100% not failing would make that mod pointless. So yeah, we can see here, absolutely beautiful. We got parallax continued here. We got the volumetric clouds from BlackRock. We got the deferred lighting from BlackRock. We got the what the heck just happened, and why isn't it not doing what it's doing? All right, I'm gonna press the button then. There we go. And they have gone, and they're gonna know. Oh, they didn't hit each other, and their parachutes didn't break. That was nice. Sorry, that was nice. All right, so we are going here with our crazy finned rocket, overly finned rocket. As we're going to get to space, I'm going to punch up the timer because I think we've... Hang on. Why isn't it not doing... Oh, the auto stage is turned off. That's why. Okay, that's bad. We want auto stage. You gotta be careful though with auto stage. Sometimes things auto stage things badly. So yeah, so we're going here. I don't know why it dips there, but it does. We haven't had any problems, so this should be a pretty clean run. Gravity curve, or the gravity thing, this tries to maximize the thing to minimize losses. Sometimes it does it really well, sometimes it horribly fails at it and has to recalculate. But so far we've been doing a pretty good job of getting into space today, and we're definitely getting to that point where coming up to the engine cutoff. Yeah. Oh no, we still have a lot of fuel. Oh, my bad. I thought we still had a long way to go. Oh, Oh no. Yeah, when I told you that gravity turn sometimes makes mistakes. Yeah, this is one of the mistakes it does. So we need to abort this, or we're gonna lose a Kerbal real quick. All right. I need to check this too. Yeah, it's always there. All right, so we almost lost the Kerbal going there, but that's okay. I'm here to keep an eye on it as we parachute down and eventually deploy a parachute, and we'll have to launch another time. And I don't think we got any science for this either, I suspect. So we're going to have to rethink this. And by rethink it, I mean more boosters. But yeah, I guess it overestimated the boosters and underestimated the second stage launch. So there we go. Hi, I don't know. Yeah, shaken not stirred. That is definitely what happened. I'm gonna call you. Is it Enub? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, just kind of shake them. But honestly, they didn't take that much of a shaking, because if they do, I have a mod that turns the screen red and they black out, because they are actually on. He can withstand 11.8 Gs. So, and his G-force endurance is 2.16 times that of a normal Kerbal, which will play a factor later, because it's iNub. Okay. Oh, iNoob. Oh, I see. Gotcha. All right, iNoob. That's what I'm going with. Thank you for the clarification. And if I do mispronounce anyone else's names, apologies. I try my best. As we slowly come down to the water. All right. I'm gonna do a mystery goo observation once we hit the water, because I haven't done one yet in the water. So we'll get a little bit of science out of this, but we'll probably have to rebuild the rocket to be a little bit more of an oomph. I'm trying to not like just overpower it, SSTO it to space, because we are in science mode, and I can so easily do that in science mode. Just like 400 boosters, no problem. All right, so we're going to observe our mystery goo. There we go. And we're going to recover our vessel, and this recovery means that we will be going into, I think that's now our 4th launch. Hi, welcome to the chat, GWC. Yeah, life's a simulation. Okay, Kerbal's a simulation. I hope life's not a simulation, because there's a reason this is called Casual Kerbalcide, because if you watch some of my earlier live streams, you'll learn that I have a tendency to kill these things once we get past space. Once there's no atmosphere, Kerbals have a tendency to die, or to, enjoy a long vacation alone in the darkness. All right, so we're going to quickly go back into the VAB. We're going to quickly boost up the rocket so we can easily get to orbit a little bit without going absolutely crazy, by simply adding more boosters and probably trying to figure out what we're going to do. I will move to another pack to do some other stuff, but yeah, this is the Lycopola. I'm going to mispronounce it. Pack. This one here is from Well. It is available on CCAN, Space Dock, all that good stuff. It's a really nice and pretty pack. There's a lot of parts in there, different fuel tanks, etc. As you go up the chain, they also have all these little Kerbsats and CubeSats and stuff. And like, it's more designed to launch satellites than Kerbals. But it's a really nice pack, and you should definitely consider it in your mod list. It's worth the wait of downloading it and having it load in your game. All right, so we need to fix this problem quickly, and I think I'm going to do that by doing this. All right. We are going to make some terrible decisions. Oops. Yes, these are going to be terrible decisions. So we're going to put these boosters on here, and we're going to slap those on because we do like boosters. And then we're going to take the wings down to 2 as well, line them up with the boosters. I said line them up with the, oh, nothing's in line. Great. Okay. The boosters are not lined up. And the boosters aren't even on the thing. Yeah. That's probably the only tricky piece in this mod. And there's, you know what? They are what they are. Okay. We're gonna go back to coupling. We are gonna grab another pair. We're gonna put them here. And then we're gonna grab a fuel tank, and we're just going to add, oh, that's the small, yeah, they come in smaller pieces. This tank here, where we got, I can't seem to find the fuel tanks. Oh, there they are. They're white now. No? Oh, there it is. Okay. And we're going to put this here. Perfect. We're going to grab our parachutes, which are now lost in the sea of everything. And we need some engines on there. Second here. Whoops. Don't do it. There we go. Okay. We grab these, slap these on. 2, slide these up. We're just going to give ourselves more engine power. I think that's going to be the easiest solution. There we go. Awesome. And then we're just going to make a slight change in our flight dynamic things, because we don't want these to go until we get to that. I am going to make the guess, the educated guess, that the boosters are going to run out before these rockets do. And that's going to give us a heck of a lot more engine power. And we'll slap some wings on here for good measure. And this is, again, this pack is designed to launch little tiny satellites and stuff like this. It's not necessarily designed to launch a whole Kerbal, although you definitely can do it if you want to really stage it up. But we'll save that. We're going to pay 7.6 days. And we're going to launch and get to orbit, because darn it, it's about time we do so. And then we're going to go to the moon and with a quote Apollo style thing. Hey, I noob. We need to keep the chat a little bit clear. Suggesting the world's a simulation and then you want to burn down a house is definitely going to get you into trouble, and I'm not going to accept that on the stream. So yeah, please don't do that. All right, so we're going to continue on with our waiting. I think it's 7.6 days now. It's going to just timeline through here. We can see some weather going by. Hopefully we're going to launch during the day. I don't like launching at night. It's not the end of the world, but until I get some lights and stuff like that, you end up looking at a very dark rocket when you're in space, and that's not always a good thing. Oh, it looks like we are trying to launch at night. What day is it? Oh no, we're good. And just FYI, we're 18 days into our thing. Oh, we have an eclipse happening. Okay. Yeah, these happen very regularly in Kerbal Space Program, but there you go. Yeah, let's keep the chat clean, please and please. All right, so the moon is disappearing, so we're launching into the we're during the day, but we're launching at night, so we'll be able to see what this looks like as we do this. And we're gonna guess, and we're gonna go. And I heard a failure. Oh no. That little sound sounds like science. Is science being collected? But it's science being collected because something failed. I don't know what failed though. Oh well, something did. As we launch into a solar eclipse. I'm gonna hit F2 on that one. Or not F2, F1. There we go. That's probably gonna be the screen thing that I put up after. So there we go. Yeah. All right. So how you guys doing? Yeah. Let's. Right. We got it. Yeah. So somebody reported somebody, but let's try to keep it clean, guys. This is for fun, and I don't have anyone on the chat moderation, and I'd hate to just go and start banning people at random, or not random, but you know what I mean. Using a giant hammer is never a good solution if you can avoid it. As we get to a full solar eclipse in this game. So yeah, this is a really nice visual, and you can see here all the visuals of the game coming together. You have the engine lights out. All right, there we go. You have the deferred, the scatter, everything is just running super nice, and it's going. So the mod that has it, when it fails, that's so it's EVA repair is what's failing it, and then it's called Space Age is what's giving you science every time there's an event. So it kicks out science every time there's a failure, and you get a little bit. So as we continue to go here as get the solar eclipse, and we can start to see stuff in the solar eclipse. Now, I have distant enhance on, so we can see that there's some planets to go and see, and you may not have heard of all of these if you're a casual player, because they are new. Like we have Moho, we have like this is from Outer Planet Pack. Sind is from the Quack Pack. We got Eve, Duna. What else do we have? That's not a planet. What else can we see now that we're up here in space? Oh, and then we have this. Totally different location, not on the plane of everything else, but that's the black hole mod over there. Yeah, my goal with this series is to casually eventually get all the way out there. I have some pretty big mods in here to make this happen, like Far Future. But if we have to, I also have some, we'll say they're not, let's just say they're farther future than far future mods. So we're gonna go with that. All right, so we're now fully into a solar eclipse. We are launching. I'm thinking we're gonna get to space today. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna do it. We still have plenty. Yeah, we'll make it to space now. We're just running with this engine. It's got a little bit of a low TRL, doesn't it? Yeah, but as we go, the gas is gonna fuel used up, and it'll get faster. But we have plenty of time. We have 22 seconds to the thing, and we're going fast enough that our apsis is rising. If we go into the dreaded map view, you can see here that we're just flying out of the solar eclipse now, and I don't think it's following us. I think it's going the other direction. No, it probably is following us, but we'll be moving a little bit faster than it, and we will definitely be getting into orbit as we finally successfully just get there without too much. And I'm saying that assuming that I only need less than 1,000 delta V left. All right, well, as we continue here, I think at this point I should talk about some of the space mods. So I did mention that we do have I'm gonna roll it down here. I'm blanking on names today. Alternative panel here. I like this because you can grab you can set it up so you can grab it around, move it. It shows you detailed of what you have in there. I have, what's this? Oh, this is attack fuel balancer. That's the new one I got. But the one I wanted to show is this one here. This here is the settings for all these planets and everything. So what I normally do is I turn up the flare, brightness, and size. So if I hit apply, things get a little bit brighter. If I don't know if you'll be able to see that in the stream or not. It also has dynamic sky dimming, so you can sort of see the sky dims. So when you're looking, the only thing I don't like about it is that it sets it to 25, and I'd rather have it set to like probably not 100, but let's say 60. There you go. And I've also included POOD skybox. He's got 3 of them. This is the Com Nebula one. As we And I probably need to make some little adjustments to it. But yeah, when you're looking to space, you can see the nebula. When you're looking at the planets, you see nothing, black space. And if you're looking at the sun, again, you see black space as we go here. Because I have deferred, there's another mod called Planet Shine. It does a similar thing to this, which is it shines the light from planet on your rocket, but deferred does that automatically based on how it runs. So that's really quite good. As you can see here, that's our solar eclipse happening on the planet. And all the Kerbals are talking over top of me. And yeah, it looks like we'll be able to do this, and we'll have like 300 dB left. So that's not too bad as we get up here. Now that we're in space, we can definitely observe our mystery goo. Oh, we already did it in space. No, okay, well, then we won't do that. Haha. And we're just waiting for the engine to finish its final burn. And while we're doing this, I'm going to show this. This is our launch. So we launched all the way up here. We then kept going in thinner and thinner and thinner. And this gives us a really high performance. Oops. Can I? Oh, it's going to do a 14.4. Okay. It gives us a really high performance gravity turn rather than MechJeb does an okay job, but MechJeb's gravity turn is kind of tar. It's okay, but you generally use a bit more DV than you need to. And then there's gravity turn does a better job, but if you limit the rocket and you're just on the edge, it does give you a little bit more so that your losses are less. So now that we're out here, we're just going around or taking it easy. Yeah, so again, I asked in the chat, should I do with Soviet parts or with non-Soviet parts to go to the moon? I heard somebody say they wanted me to do Apollo style as we just left communication range. Believe those older ones. Okay. And we're just, I know why. I forgot to turn on time warp and auto stage. All right. So now it should go. I have a Kerbal on board. Why aren't you going? Oh. It's not going. All right, well, I'm just going to do it myself then. Done. Okay, so we just made it to orbit, which means that Jeb has gained a point. Or did he have it before? I don't know, but he's got one. And we're here at about 80 kilometers up. We're going to go around the planet once just for fun. And then we're going to try to come down at the Space Center. Because might as well. He's eaten 3 pieces, apparently 3.86. So I guess I don't know how he got 8.6 in there. But anyway, he's eaten 5 pieces of food so far. So that's about 10% of his food to do this. We're going to now go to the map view. Where is the Space Center? It's right there. So I'm going to come down here. We're going to warp to here. We're going to add a maneuver. And we're going to bring ourselves down. And I am going to see that telemetry is off. Where's my telemetry? I have it installed, don't I? Don't tell me it's gone. No, there it is. All right, there we go. And I want to try to make sure I get to the Space Center. All right, that looks close enough. It says we don't have the Delta V to required to do that, but that's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. See how far we get with the setup. We also put a parachute on this rocket, which I should probably double check because it might be coming down in our thing. I got to tick our thing. There we go. 300. That's one we want to set to 300. All right, there we go. And as soon as we burn off that fuel, we'll drop the second stage. It'll go down before us. It may or may not be in the physics circle when we do this, so we'll see. Because while we are dropping, we still have 1 engine left on this rocket. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And that engine fails. Awesome. There we go. get ready. Do we overshoot or undershoot the KSC? I think we're gonna undershoot it. No, we're overshooting for sure. Almost certain we're overshooting it by 300 and something. All right, chat. There you go. Oh, okay. Stretch a little bit, and we're gonna time warp ourselves in. As we come in, we're coming in pretty high. I'm gonna grab a Observe Mystery Goo. Yep. There we go. Oh, I didn't do a space EVA. Oh well, I'll have to get it on our moon mission. So the moon mission is going to be coming up next, and basically we're just going to go to the Mun, and we're going to, I think, land on the Mun and come back. And that's theoretically what's happening, and I'm hopeful that's what's going to happen, but no guarantees, as we may just burn up on the way down here. Oh, geez. Don't lose them. Okay, we didn't lose them. Oh, that would not have been good. Because he's now our only trained Kerbal to... Because I need the other one to be able to do this, otherwise it makes a mess. Alright, and we're coming down pretty fast to the water. And then we engage our parachute. And then we have to time warp up. I have this mod that basically called Safe Shoot, I believe it's called. And basically it stops the time warping so that when you drop the parachutes, they open up and they don't go. Because if you open parachutes and you're at high time warp, especially with big vessels and a bunch of other stuff, it can shred your spacecraft into a bazillion pieces. The Kraken's like comes out of the ocean just like shrimp, and then you're done. All right, we're gonna recover the vessel. Oh, that one didn't sound so great. And we're gonna go to the Mun. All right, so we got some science. I think we'll spend a little bit of it just to boost the engines or the fuel tanks. Let's see. I think we're gonna go with the fuel tanks just so I have less parts. So the game is going to run as nice as possible, and that is going to be how we're gonna pull that one off. So. Oops. Don't die on me. There we go. Oh, we actually picked up 58 science. So we have 200 science now. Okay, cool. Not sure how we did that, but I'm going to take it. So that means I can get advanced rocketry. And it means I can get, I want fuel systems. More, yeah. I like this, but I want bigger tanks. So we're going to do that. And it gives us fuel systems, which gives us the big tanks. It also gives us the ability to asparagus and everything else. So that's good. I don't remember if I got repair kits. Did I get repair kits? Uh-oh. Hang on. Repair. I'm almost certain it's in here, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I hope nothing breaks. Cough, welcome to Kerbalcide, everybody. I totally forgot to get those. So if anything breaks, we are foobarbed. Alright, well, we might be foobarbed, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh, jeez. Alright. So one Apollo spacecraft built on rocket parts. Everything has not been tested yet. So there's a chance that we're probably going to have one. We might have to do a flyby mission before we attempt a landing. I'm hoping no, but it depends on how much stuff fails on the way. And hopefully when I say stuff fails on the way, it's not going to be Kerbal killing. So we're going to call it the Muncraft, or the Mun. There we go. To the Mun. All right, so what are we going to build here as our things. So we need the lander and we need the rocket ship. I'm gonna build the rocket ship first. That seems a big thing. Oops. Insane alarms. All right. So the rocket ship needs parachutes. It needs parachutes. Do not forget to oh, I can't put the parachutes on like that. It needs these parachutes. There we go. Oh wait, this is only. Oh, I might be in trouble. Do I have one? Uh-oh. Oh, I might have something here. Let's see. Kerbal in control. I do have the 2. Do I not? Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't unlock sometimes on the other one. It's a weird one when you throw this many mods, but that would be the lander. And we want to do Apollo style, which requires this. I need to take... No, I need to take 2 Kerbals the whole way. This takes 2. All right, we're going to use this smaller one as the lander. For lack of anything, we're going to slap some 1.5 on it. There we go. And we're going to, I think, have some landing parts. Let's see. Yep, there we go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to do 4. And now the fun part. This is going to land. If it's landing, it needs an engine. But my selection of engines has to be smart, because if I only put one engine on here and it fails, they're stuck. Because normally this is what you do here, right? That's your lander in space. You got plenty to go down and up, which is great. But if that fails, they're toast. But if I stick something like this on, it's too long. What else do I have? I have this Aerobee engine. How's that do? Okay, that might work. 54 in space at 61. On the moon, it'll be way more than that. So I can go down with 2 Aerobee engines. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, hit T, and you can do anything. There we go. I only need 2. You know what? Let's go 3, just in the off chance that 2 of these fail. What's their failure rate? Oh no, they're at 93%. So yeah, 93%, 2. All right, that'll get us to the moon and back. We do take a Delta V hit for that. We may need to add a little bit more fuel here. And the reason I say that is because I do want to throw some science on here, given that the whole reason going to the moon is to pick up so much science. It's not even funny. I don't like that one. Do we have the other one? I don't. Okay, there we go. No. What do we got in the Tentaurus? No. Let's see here. If you guys have any ideas on building these things, feel free to jump in and tell me how horrible I'm at it. I don't have a lot of fuel tanks to do this. You know what? Do that. And then we could stick 2 of these on here. Or we could really make it look like it's there by doing this. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that. Decisions have been made. That gives me enough fuel to go back and forth. Awesome. That's probably not as smart as I think it is. No, you know what? That's just... I'm trying to get fancy when the simple solution is the simple. That's not the simple solution. That's the simple solution. All right, and then that simple solution allows me to do, we need to do that and that. Okay, so this is building these things. It's going to take a while, but I'm pretty fast at them. we are going to go with the Russian stuff because it doesn't require us to carry monopropellant, which can be a bit of a pain. By doing that, okay. I do need a docking port. What kind of docking port do I have access to right now? That's the docking port we're going with. And I'll put a second one on there. That can dock to our thing. And there you go. Actually, I have the paint mod. Can I paint this part? No, I can't paint this part. Okay. Yeah, the paint mod has stuff, but there's a lot of restock parts, so I can't do that. All right, we're gonna slap some science on this bad boy because we need science and a transmitter and electricity and a whole bunch of stuff to make sure that we don't end up dying a horrible death. What do we have in the solar panels? We have these little wings. Okay. Whoops, I'm on. There you go. That gives us 4 of those. So that should give us enough power. How much power does this thing actually carry? 15 electric charge. Ooh. Yeah. This is where we're going to lose a lot of our delta V. We need quite a bit to get up down to the moon and back. Let's pack it up first, and then we'll look at the what we have left. All right. So I definitely want a basic stuff here. We're going to toss that on here. We're also going to grab whatever this is. Oh, that's the barometer. So we don't need 2 barometers. We do need an accelerometer. Do we have a temperature gauge here? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so we'll throw these on. Okay. Keep with the style of the rocket, and apparently I got 2 on there. Okay. There we go. And we'll take that one, put it there. I'm missing the gravity one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do a little test flight here. That should do that. And we're going to launch our lander into space. It's going to come down and everyone's going to die because it has no heat shield. And there's no heat shield and there's no... Yeah, so this is not going to end well. But I can add a heat shield on the bottom and then do it that way. Okay, so we're going to do a test launch because I think we do want to test the aerobees. And right now, we only have 500 delta V. And I want more. What will we do? Well, we grab the fairings, that's easy. There we go. And we'll make that red. Okay, so we got our little red fairing here. We're gonna launch this. Okay, this is gonna go into space and it's gonna come down and it's gonna be a bad day because nothing here is set up properly, but that's okay. I'm having a brain fart while we do this because I'm trying to think, what am I trying to achieve here? And I'm trying to achieve is grab some science. I'll stick a parachute on top. No, I think I have yeah, we're gonna grab this one here. That's the one you're supposed to have. Okay. And that'll do that. The only thing I don't have is a heat shield, which I wanted to add here first. Aerodynamic parts. Where's the heat shields? What heat shields do I have? I have an Oblivion heat shield. There we go. Okay, that's gonna work fine. Other than I gotta change this. Edit fairing. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna launch this guy up. We're gonna test out, since we're kind of going with the, what do we got? Tank size D. It's too big. I don't know all my tank sizes. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we're going to launch this guy into orbit. We're going to bring him back down. I'm going to see if he actually works this way. We're going to swap out Jebediah. We're going to put Valentina into danger with Bill. And we're going to grab a relatively larger engine. Something impressive. That's clearly not impressive enough. I don't want to use swivel. It's too big, too big. That's oddly shaped. What else do we have? We have this weird engine here. Oh, it's 33. I don't know Tantaris very well in terms of which ones to pick. A lot of these engines apparently do a very good job at 33%, 37%. No, it's the small one. How about this guy? There you go. 1.6. Good. I'll take it. Okay, so that's going to get me most of the way. But it's not going to get me the whole way. So I need more fuel. Or I need a second stage. Let's go with this. We're second staging it. We're crazy. We're going to do it. All right. Yeah, it looks like it's going to fit. Okay. And we just need apparently any size A. That's going to give me another 800. So if I do this, what does that look like? 3,600, but you know what? After having some technical difficulties, we're just going to do this. We're going to double or nothing. There you go. All right. Now we're going to launch this guy with... oh, I did say we need to try to recover. I'm going to forget that. Like every time. Recovering all these things. That's kind of small. What do we have that's bigger? No, that's still kind of small. Yeah, it looks like that's gonna be our pick. Okay. We're gonna put like 8 of these on here for fun. Okay, so we now need to recover these modules. So let's go to our parachutes and see what fun parachutes we have. I keep forgetting there's parachutes in these things. There's this one here. What else do we have? Apparently inline parachute. They don't have any... Okay, I guess we have to use these guys here. Alright, well that's less fun, but okay. 2 here and 2 there. That should do it. They don't have any... Pump the pressures up because we want that. There we go. This guy up here, same thing. And we're going to drop him down to 400 altitude. I'm confident on that one. All right, there we go. So Mun 1 is going to launch first. And our goal here is to test out the lander. Can it return into the airspace? Or is it going to just like completely trash itself? I think this is a bigger stool. Much bigger stool. I think we don't need that one. There we go. That's one closer to the ground. There we go. And we want to grab our food bag because I don't want to use up the food before we actually launch. There we go. Done. All right. We're going to launch from the launch pad because launching anywhere else is bad. We're going to hit timing. It's going to take us 20 days to build this silly rocket. That's going to move us a whole month. So there you go. A whole month. Well, not a whole month. I guess 20 days. And then we're going to launch this into orbit. We'll bring it back down. And then I'll have to make a calculation on how to launch this to the Mun, so that will probably be the end of the stream. I hate to say that, but yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of time to actually build the rocket. So the next stream, I'll start by building the rocket. If you like this kind of stuff, please hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know like when in the week you want to actually see this stuff, so I get an idea of when people actually like to enjoy watching this, and I can then time that with my scheduling to make it work the best I can. And again, thank you everybody for coming today, except for that one guy. I said this nicely, but let's not start fights in the chats. Thank you, and please. All right, we're launching crazy. Oh no, we can't launch it. We have to time warp first. I always forget that. We got time warp 20 days. That's 1 day, 2 days. Can I go faster? Yes, I can. Oh, it's a little blinky. Okay. And we're coming down to the last day and a bit. Are we going to come out in the day? Or is this going to be a night launch? Oh, it's looking like it's a day launch. Awesome. So we got everything here. We're testing out this rocket engine. It has 93%, so we're probably good. Pressing the button, and we're saying auto stage and use the time warp. Thank you. Let's not be crazy here. And launching. What just happened? Okay, this was totally misstaged. What are these parachutes? Okay, we're off. Other than that silliness. Oh man, that was an oops. Like, check your staging. And this rocket is now tilting over significantly. I don't think this is getting to space. Oh, what's it doing? You need to go up. Now I'm having to fight the controls. Will we get the space? I don't know. What happened here? All right, so yeah, apparently that mod, yeah, you gotta check your staging, because if you don't stage it properly, the mod really messes with it. All right, I think we're gonna have to probably take control of this, because I'm fighting this thing and it's trying to do a gravity assist into the ground. The problem is I actually need warp. I need altitude. No. Everything's gonna go bad. Oh, we're losing absolutely everything. Oh. And we got a little bit of redness on the screen as our Kerbal's tossed around that can. Zoom in here. Well, that did not work at all. So yeah, so gravity turn isn't a fail-safe, just press the button and go. You do have to stage it. We're gonna come crashing down here, and I think that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching, all that good stuff as we finish it off, and the game kind of gets a little laggy as there's like 18 billion pieces of that spacecraft scattered through the space. You can see them coming down here. Oh, there they are. They'll splash in. But one of the things we will like to know is, will this float? That is a useful thing to know as we come down pretty fast. There we go. Parachute deploying. Oh, I think I parachuted that too late. Oh, we might make it. It's going to be under 15, 14, 13. Oh, we hit it. And we're going down. That's not good. Get out of our Kerbals before we hit the bottom. Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, there we go. Awesome. We got out of that capsule before it hit the ground. And these guys are gonna rocket to the surface and get tossed. Parachute time. Do they have parachutes? They should have parachutes. I don't know where his parachute is. I don't know where the other one is either. Did I misplace a Kerbal? I don't think I have parachutes unlocked yet, do I? Nope, apparently not. I don't know where the other Kerbal went. I had 2 Kerbals. Oh, there it is. No, is that her there? Yeah, that's her there. So we survived. Both Kerbals survived. We're gonna hit the recovery there and call it quits.